So there's the audio. I forgot to turn on the. Okay, you heard. Okay, you heard the intro. I heard the intro. Let's try that again. I have audio. Okay, there we go. Thank you, Tony. Good morning, Rumble Studios. Good morning, Rumble Studios. Good morning, Rumble Studios. On the 07.14.2025. Current time is 0613 a.m. Eastern Time here in upstate New York, the southern tier of upstate New York, where I live and reside. This Monday morning, it's a Monday, start of a new week. We're working towards the weekend once again, and I hope everybody had a good weekend. I did. I had a good weekend. I am Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich here on Rumble Studios, on Rumble, of course. At Fireman Rich over there on X. That's my mainstay for posting on social media. I post everything there. I post some stuff on other platforms. Just Google at Fireman Rich, and you'll see the other platforms I'm on, or else just hit those links that are in the on the various platforms you're on. We're broadcasting into from Rumble Studios into Rumble, into Locals, into YouTube, into Twitch, into Facebook, into X Live, and Kick. Why? Because just for kicks. And let's check X Live here as far as that goes. What do we have over there? Let's see, X Live. We have 3 people over on X Live right out of the gate. Thank you very much, X Live. Over on the Facebook, let's check the Facebook because Facebook numbers will come in, but the Facebook comments don't, along with the X Live. Okay, we're over there on the Facebook. Okay, there it is. Our audio is good. Thank you, Tony, for the emoji like on Facebook. Appreciate that. And then on Kick, what do we have on Kick? We're not showing anybody on Kick yet. Nope, they're still asleep on Kick. And on the other platforms here, we're showing 2 on Rumble. Rumble rocks. Thank you, Rumble. You rock. And 1 on Locals, 0 on YouTube, 1 on Twitch. As far as that goes, I'm actually showing 3 on Twitch on the Surface 3. But right out of the gate, also want to say good morning to Tony D is in the house. Tony D, to salute to you, my friend, my brother veteran, my good friend and fellow broadcaster. Hashtag positive start today. Hashtag PSTTD to you, my friend. As far as that goes, you're saying to salute. The missus isn't up, guys, yet. She's still sleeping in. She's still sleeping in. And Tony do give me a salute from the YouTube side. And he did say we had no audio. Well, I did some change. I've been doing some configuration this weekend, starting Friday. Actually, at Thursday, I think I did a couple tests. I found new ways of doing things here on Rumble, which I didn't think was possible. But there is a few extra things that you can do, and I'll explain that. But I had a different, and one of the ways is if I'm when I'm live streaming my games, that's what it comes down to. Because we were gaming this weekend, or Friday, and then Saturday we had Lord of the Rings online live stream. The new way I'm doing that when, well, let's see. That's the other way. If I'm using the Ingress or the direct RTMP, the 2 options you have of going from OBS directly into Rumble, you don't have using it. I'm back on webcam. This broadcast will always have the virtual cam, I should say, on OBS, and I'm actually hearing my desktop. The other 2 ways, you have to silence your tabs, or else you get the feedback that all broadcasters know what that the notorious. Can you mute your tabs there, please? Your browser tabs. So I still had on the music. I heard the music, but it was silent. And then my microphone. I just forgot to turn my microphone on the OBS client. But we have audio now, and Liberty's here. Good morning, Liberty. She's also saying no on Rumble. Yeah, I just forgot to hit the microphone. So it's a Monday. It's a Monday. So hey, it's a Monday. 8:42. 8:42. That might be our thing. It's a Monday thing. Let's see. And there we go. Yep, we came back. Tony said that we had good. And Liberty saying good morning, Patriots. And the missus, like I said, missus, she's not up yet. She'll be up shortly. And let's see. Liberty says she has the flags there. That's good. Tony said the music. Yeah, I heard the music. I just forgot about the sound. There's one of those things and stuff like that. And let's see. I'm going to use that as an excuse. Go ahead. Use that excuse all you want, Liberty. It's fine with me. Yes, it is a Monday. It is a Monday. You can only use that excuse on a Monday, right? I remember using that many a times at the day job, as far as that goes. But we're off and running here for the Monday morning coffee for 07.14.2025 at Rumble broadcast, at Rumble video broadcast. Rumble is at Rumble video on X, folks. Give them a follow and stuff. Rumble rocks. And we're almost halfway over to this month. This month is half over already. Wow. Is this cranking? But like I said, we had some fun this weekend. And I'm really excited about the new way of broadcasting my games now. I used to be broadcasting on Prism Live Studios, but over there on Prism Live Studios, what is it? The upcoming subscription model for Prism Live Studio is going to change. And what it basically says is Prism Live Studios introducing a paid subscription service, folks. I used to be on Prism Live where I would broadcast to Rumble, YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, and YouTube for when I would do my gaming, like Lord of the Rings Online. I'm always talking about Lord of the Rings Online. I love that game. And it gives you what broadcasting on that platform for free, and that which I was doing. I was getting 1080p. Well, the Prism Live Studio subscription service, which includes the feature like Prism Plus, will begin July 28th. That's the new thing. It's Prism Plus. Got to scratch my ear here. Prism Plus. So if you're a Prism Live Studio user, basic features will be free. What are basic features? One platform. I think Restream, Tony, correct me if I'm wrong if you're still there. Restream, I think you can do 3. I think 2 or 3 free still. Prism Live Studios, you can only do 1 now. So I can't use it. I want to broadcast on my gaming, the games I present when I do live stream on Rumble, Twitch, and YouTube. So I started using Rumble, but then I came across on Rumble something else. But back just to finish up here with the Prism Live Studios, the terms of service and privacy policy will be updated effective July 7th, 2025 to reflect these changes. Detailed information about the subscription model and a free trial period will be provided on June 16th. So this is going to take effect on July 28th, as far as that goes, folks. And let's see. I got IG on my Rumble Studios yesterday. Got to try it out. Going to try to get us together one night, weeks for shifting. Yeah, that would be good. Yeah, just call it a Haps reunion, I guess, Tony. Then we get everybody coming. That's a good idea. Yeah, I'm there. Okay, you know me. But I don't use IG. I don't broadcast IG. I don't. For me, there's no traction. I'm already broadcasting to 7 platforms, and I could try IG, but I like being on Kick, just for kicks. So I like saying that. So because I'm on, like I said, Rumble. From Rumble Studios, it allows me to broadcast to Rumble, Locals, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, and we got one person on Facebook. Oh, you know what? I forgot to put the. Hang on for a minute here, folks. Let me do this. I forgot to put. I'm doing this now. I don't put the chat up, But what I will put up, where is it? Oh, here it is. The viewer stats. You can see we got one person on Facebook. The Facebook counter works. The only two counts that don't work are these two right here: the X and the two chain links. That's Kick. So we don't get the comments, but we get the indication there's one person on the Facebook live there on the Real Fireman Rich. So thank you very much for that viewer on. I'm not using Prism Live. I've uninstalled it on my phone, my desktop here. I also uninstalled Streamlabs. I don't even know why I have Streamlabs anymore. I don't use Streamlabs. I like using OBS. I know people will say, "Oh, OBS sucks" and all that. Well, that's you. Me, I love OBS. OBS for me has worked over the years as far as it's trial and error to get where I'm going. Everybody says good morning to the missus.
Good morning, everybody.
There we go. She's up. She's getting her coffee. And let's see. Tony says Restream is 2. Okay, it's 2. Okay. Because I know when we did Bell Kings Fantasy Football, I would always come up on, what would I come up on? X and Rumble. I think those are the two I would always pick when we would do Tony's broadcast, Bell Kings Fantasy Football on the Restream. And I like using Rumble because it's allowing me to use 7 platforms for free, folks. And now I found out I can use OBS. I don't need to use the virtual cam when I live stream my games. Like this is virtual cam. It's 720p on the to get now I don't get 1080p on what I found out. I get up to 936p from Rumble Studios when I go to the direct RMTP from the Rumble Studio client. I get the information, I plug it into my OBS, and it's directly going over. In the Rumble Studios, now there's 2 ways. If I'm in the Rumble Studio client right now, if I go in the Rumble Studio client, there's something down here where you go to management participants, and there's 3 tabs: waiting room, participant. This is where you get the copy invite link. Off to the right, there's an egress. That's where you create an egress. And what it is a URL and a stream key that you plug into your OBS, and that comes right into Rumble Studios. And if you do that, you got to make sure your tabs, this client tab right here, is muted along with any other tabs that you're presenting. Now, the only problem is when you're presenting that way, you can't hear it. That's the drawback. It's still a good way of broadcasting. I found a third way where when you go to when you're in Rumble and you hit the little camera with the plus sign and you go down to Rumble Studios, the third one that's highlighted, it'll give you under stream, it'll give you direct RTMP, which is new. Go live directly from OBS and after streaming and other streaming software. So I'm not sure if you might be able to do this with Restream. I don't know. To go right, I don't know. I'm not going to try that. But I use OBS, so it's enhancing my use of OBS, and it gets me up to 936p. I'm doing either one of those. No, I think it's the ingress way. I think I got up to 750, but if I do it the direct RTMP, I get 936, and that's better than 760. You're closer to 1080p, and the gaming, especially in the game I present, and it's all driven by Lord of the Rings Online, folks. When you see the text difference from 720p to 936, the text difference is very fine text in the game that when you're at 720, you can just barely read it. You can read it, but you're squinting your eyes just a tad. If you go to 1080p, it's crystal clear. 936 is just as crystal clear. 1080p is best, but I can broadcast at 936, which I think that's fantastic. Now, the broadcasting, when I do go to those 3 platforms, Rumble, Twitch, and YouTube, it's only Rumble and Twitch is at 936. YouTube still comes in at 720p, but it's a higher, and the 720p does look a little bit crisper than the old. Well, coffee's done. I haven't even had my first plate. I'm talking about that. You should have seen me Friday, Tony. I was excited when I first time I told you about Rumble. I was just giddy. I was like, wow, this is neat. I can do this. I can do that. And I can, it's using OBS directly into Rumble Studios. So I want to say thank you to Rumble Studios. They did freaking great. And that all started rolling when I was working on my sound. Along with that, the side thing is my sound. My microphone is in the proper position now. See, I should have been. Oops, sorry there, folks. I should have been talking on this side right here, and I was talking through the top because it would come out this way. So that's exciting right there as a broadcaster. So I hope everybody had a good weekend, and let's see where we're at here. So I'm really excited about broadcasting now. Now that as far as there's so many options on Rumble Studios, it's phenomenal. Okay, and I know people can probably, I don't use Rumble or I don't use OBS and I don't use Rumble. Use what you want. I'm just telling you what I use, and I love it. I honestly love Rumble Studios now, even more so now with this. It's like when you discover something new and you go, it's the wow factor. I had the wow factor going on this weekend with Rumble Studio. I was like, wow, I can do that. Oh, let's try. Wow, I can do that. So it makes it even more fun doing this. And that's the bottom line for me as far as live streaming is it's been fun. It's going to continue to be fun. It is fun, and it's going to continue to be fun as far as doing this. And I just think it's a real joy and a blessing, really, to have you folks come in here, and I can share it with you. And I appreciate you all coming in as far as that goes. And what are you doing, Jack? And so that was my weekend. It was a very good, productive weekend, and as far as that goes, and such. So that I will be gaming. I think I've been gaming more. I was going to game Saturday. I took Saturday off, but yesterday morning I gamed for a couple hours. Friday I gamed for 3 hours, and that was. What did I do Friday? Friday it's over on my Rumble account channel. So you have Rumble, you got your main account, and then you can make sub accounts. This video is on the Fireman Rich broadcast. That's what that's a sub account. I'm not going to make any more accounts, but I have my main account. But I want Fireman Rich broadcast. That's what this is. This is a Fireman Rich broadcast. So I decided to have everything under that in that account. I accidentally hit the wrong tab in the Rumble Studios as far as that goes. So you coming up there, Jack? Here comes Jack. Introduce. There's Jack. How we doing, buddy? Huh? You looking out the window? Huh? Yeah, good boy. Yeah, you want to bite my hand? Give me. There we go. Jack is with us this morning. So, okay. Let's see. I see in the chat we still don't have Tina. So I think she's still taking care of what the medical issue she has. She's been in the hospital. I got word from her I think it was Friday. Let me check my messages here. Was it July 9th? No, that was last Wednesday then. Let's see. Yeah, Wednesday. It was last Wednesday. So I haven't heard any word from her as far as that goes. So just to let Tina, our Jersey girl, know that we are thinking about her and we wish her well, along with everybody here in the chat. I know they share those sentiments as well. And like I said, she's having some tests done and all that and stuff like that. Of course, it's fully known that she's what is that? She goes on dialysis and stuff like that. So my brother, I think he had to have some dialysis work done as well for his kidneys, and he actually only had one kidney, believe it or not. No, believe it. It's a fact. He had one. I don't know how he got in the Marine Corps with one kidney. We found out. Yeah, you only have one kidney. But when you have issues, you have to have those taken care of. So, Tina, if you're watching this on the replay, we are thinking about you. Our prayers and thoughts are with you, and we hope to see you back here soon and stuff. And she's going to be back here and I expect to maybe hear from her maybe this week. But just to let her know that she's been a long time viewer of my broadcasts, and we are thinking of her as far as that goes. Double J's, hey, good morning, my friend. How you doing? Um, okay, how come this isn't? I think we. Okay, my pinning isn't working on the main thing. People can live normal on one kidney. No person who donated. Yeah, I heard that, but my brother, my kid brother, he was born with one kidney though. Double J's. I didn't never knew that. I never knew that. That was one of the reasons why he had some complications there, along with him. He was a paraplegic. I've told the story many times of my kid brother. He was an ex-marine, and he was a firefighter um, from Newburgh Fire Department. He was looking at becoming a New York City firefighter, and he got in an accident, paralyzed. But over the years, being a paraplegic, and after COVID, it didn't go well with him and stuff like that. And oh no, you're good. You're good. Double J's. Okay, you're fine. You're fine. Didn't know. Sorry. No, that's you didn't jump the gun. That's fine. You're cool. You're cool. No, it just but we're just surprised that he was uh when he when it came down to when he was in the veterans hospital down there in Queens, New York. That's where he passed away at. That's when it became apparent, and I'm going, what? And my older brother looked at me and says, "You didn't know?" I said, "No, I didn't know." He's like, "Everybody else in the family knew, but I did." I was just like, my kid brother. He was a big dude, big dude. Um, let's see. Let's see. Big difference. Born with one kidney and donating kidney entirely. Oh, is there? Oh, I wouldn't know, but anyway, I know our good friend Tina. She does have uh, she does have to take care of. She has on dialysis. Okay, and she has support and stuff like that. So, but there's some, we that's well known. But I'm not going to go into detail. I don't really know for sure. I know she's getting some tests done and stuff like that. And when you get older, things come up, and you have to have them taken care of. So we wish her well, and we wish her a speedy um, return to the broadcast and the chatter, because she's been a big contributor over the years for me and the chat from Twitch side. And I know she does go on other broadcasts. She goes on Hal Moss's broadcasts and several other broadcasts and stuff like that. And she's a pretty good. I've known her over the years here. I think I first met her on chat. Let's see what's going on here. I can't. Okay, you know what we're gonna do? We're going to hang on. We're gonna do a reset here, guys. Okay, hang on for a minute. Let me bring up my camera here. Okay, there's my camera. This is off of my phone. I know you're seeing my nose hairs and stuff like that. Big juices here. There's Jackie Jack. Okay, let me go ahead and turn off the microphone. Okay, I got the microphone on the phone. And see, this is another thing that I couldn't do if I was doing direct RTMP. I can't use my phone. That's the only drawback on using direct RTMP. Okay, so we got that. I'm going to do a refresh on the browser, and there we're at there. So I haven't used the phone in a while here, as far as that goes. So there we go. So there's the phone. We're on the phone right now, folks. We're on the phone, and it's looking good right now. And um, let's see. Okay, let me see. What does it sound like on the? Okay, that's loud and clear on the phone. That's loud and clear. So oh, Let me take a. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this. This is. I'm taking a picture of the new Rumble RTMP. Rumble RTMP. This is the new background or on the Rumble that I use. The portion of Rumble Studios. Hang on for a minute. Let me set this up into a thing here. Okay, view ruler view. How do I get rid of the toolbar? Hang on for a minute, folks. View full screen. Okay, we got there. Okay, we'll leave that. Okay, hang on. All right, we're going to sign back in. Signing back into Rumble. And we're entering. And there we are. There we are. Let's see. Tim Fan 40. Good morning. Okay, let's turn the camera on. Okay, there's my camera. There's my camera. Now we're back. We're back now. Okay. Let's see. Okay, now we got it. It's working now. It's working now. Okay. Good morning, Tim Fan 40, coming in from Michigan, our resident contractor. Hope all is well. Hope you had a good weekend, my friend. And we're just resetting so we can get the comments off of the main PC here, as far as that goes. And we had Big Juice in there. Oh, let's see. I didn't get the comments here on the. Let's see. Going back here, Double J says big difference with nose hairs is important. It has a function. That's what my ENT doctors told me. Okay, I'm seeing these comments because once I reset, I lose the comments. Oh, let me see. I can bring it in on here. Let's see. Oh, I can still bring it in here on the phone because there's the phone still has the comments. Let's catch up on the comments here. There is. Nose hair is important. It was a function that okay. And then we had Tim Fan 40 and Double J saying hi to Tony and Tim Fan 40 said, "You're not seeing double. I just got two cameras. I got the phone and the desktop here and stuff." And Tim Fan 40 is saying, "Great weekend." As far as he says, my youngest son stayed the night. Oh, good. Always good to have family, as far as that goes. So let's see. We got this here on there. So good to see you, Big Juice. Good to see you, Tim Fan 40 and Double J's. Glad to have you here as well. And as far as that goes, so we fixed that issue. Now, see, like I said, the new way of going direct. Oh, let me go to the direct. Now, what I was talking about before, the direct. Let's see, Big Juice. What's Big Juice got to say here? Jack was having a nice time looking out the window. Rich, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. I didn't do that. Big Juice. My God. Good morning to you, sir. Let's see. I do have something to present. Let me see. What I was talking about earlier about the new way of presenting and stuff like that. So when I'm using the direct RTMP, Rumble has a I got a picture. I just saw that when I was rebooting as far as that goes. Just to give, let me go to present here. How come I can't see that? Oh, I know what I got to do. I know what I got to do. Hang on, hang on. I got to go to window. I got to go to window. And let's see, share. No, I don't want to share that. No, no. No, I don't want to share that. Let's see. I want to share this page. Let's see. View full screen. Okay. So let's see. We're going to go to present, window. How come I can't see that picture? Huh. Okay, let me. Well, that's interesting. Huh. How do I present this? Just give me a minute. Multi-streaming. Okay, let me see. Let me save this first. Okay, let's save it. Save it there into Rumble. Rumble. So this is going to be Rumble Direct. RMTP. Okay, we got that. So let me go to OBS. I can present it in OBS. Let's see. Picture. Let's see. Let's go with picture. Image. Rumble RMMTP. Picture's 1,000 words, they say. So just bear with me, folks. Okay, there it is. Okay, I got it now. Okay, so what we basically have, let me go ahead and cancel that. Bring it in through. Oh, you're seeing it right now. So there's the picture I'm talking about. It's in the picture right now. I'm just the transit transform. We want it to fit screen. There we go. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about right there, as far as that goes, folks. That's the RTMP. That's what it looks like on the left, as far as to bring it into. As far as that's a little bit different than the regular Rumble Studios. You can still have the comments off to the right and stuff like that. It's a multi-functioning. The only thing is that tab has to be silent, and your game doesn't have to be silent, but anything using a browser has to be muted. And so that's what I was using this weekend. The regular Rumble Studio is a little bit different. Let's just say that. Let me see. Let me bring this to there. So that's what we're looking at right there as far as that goes. Big Juice says, Rich, I did come a little early. Where's my, I'll get there. I'm talking. It's part of I haven't even done the weather and the thought for the day there, buddy. We're still doing introduction because I got excited broadcasting this weekend. And this was what I was using right here as far as that goes. So, that's what we have right there. So, let's see. So, you came early. Like I'm going to jump out of my chair and accommodate Big Juice to go right to 100. It doesn't work that way, Big Juice. You know that, my friend. So that's what I was excited about. So yeah, okay. Big Juice is pushing me, not pushing me, but a good reminder. I got to get. I could be talking about this all day long, folks. I could talk about but that's basically that picture in a nutshell is basically what I was using this weekend, and it's a great platform as far as being. It gives you options. I have this option where I can use the virtual cam, that option along with another option, the direct ingress use in the studios that I'm using right now. You can direct RTMP, the OBS, and it's fantastic. It's I I guess I'm just a nerd. Okay, my nerdness is showing me. Let's see. Currently here in the southern tier of upstate New York, we have a warm 71 degrees Fahrenheit as far as that goes, and um, 71 degrees Fahrenheit with was it 21 degrees Celsius? 21 degrees Celsius, and which it's going to probably be another hot one, maybe. Let's see what the weather says. We do have a flood watch in effect. We got the thunderstorms. We do have a flood watch for our area right now, but we got scattered thunderstorms during the morning, and becoming more widespread this afternoon. High of 82, so that means it's going to be up about 85, 89, maybe 90. It's always 5 degrees more than what they say it is. Winds light and variable. Chance of rain 80%. We got some rain on the overnight. That creates the humidity. And the sun rose this morning at 5:43. That's an hour and 6 minutes ago. Hour and 6 minutes ago. It's currently 6:49, but the sun rose at 5:43 a.m. and we'll be setting later at 8:41. 5:43 a.m. it rose, and it's going to be setting at 8:41 p.m. Our world times and temperatures as I speak. In Honolulu, Hawaii at 12:49 a.m. Clear skies, 77 degrees Fahrenheit. Phoenix, Arizona, we got cloudy skies, little clearing at 3:49 a.m. currently there in Phoenix. 90 degrees. They're warm, and it's 3 in the morning. Wow. Chicago, Illinois is at 5:49 a.m. currently. Sunny and clear in Chicago, 64 degrees Fahrenheit. New York City at 6:50 a.m. Cloudy skies down there in the concrete jungle, 75 degrees currently. Tony D gave me the temperature down there in Warner Robins, Georgia. I got to try and find it on my phone, and I can pin it from my phone. See, this is the versatility of Brumble Studios. I lost my comments in the main screen there when I refreshed, but I still have them over here on my phone, so I can pin Tony's weather comment there. He put earlier when we began the broadcast here, 74 degrees Fahrenheit down there in Warner Robins, Georgia, 94 for the high. That's a hot one there. 73. I imagine the humidity is probably pretty bad too. 73 for the low, mostly cloudy there down in Warner Robins, Georgia. That's where Tony is. Thank you, Tony. Going across the pond, the Atlantic Ocean, to Cork, Ireland at 11:51 a.m. In Cork, it's cloudy skies, little sun peeking through. 57 degrees Fahrenheit in Cork. In Milan, Italia, 12:51 p.m. They're finishing up Mangia lunchtime in Milan. Sunny and clear in Milan, 81 degrees Fahrenheit. In let's see, we got Double J's here. So in New Delhi, India, even though he's not in India, he's at an undisclosed location. We always say that for Double J's. Just don't tell me Double J's. I like using that. I like the fact that you're in an undisclosed location. But his home country is India, and in New Delhi at 4:21 p.m. Cloudy skies with a little sun. 90 degrees Fahrenheit in New Delhi, and Mumbai, which is southeast on the coast. It's raining in Mumbai at 4:21 p.m. Also, 81 degrees Fahrenheit there in Mumbai. And over in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia at 6:52 p.m. Sunny and clear in Kuala Lumpur, 90 degrees in Kuala Lumpur. Tokyo, Japan at 7:52 p.m. in the early evening, cloudy skies, 81 degrees Fahrenheit. And down under on the great continent, in the great country of Australia, we love the Australians here in the United States, are great friends and allies. In Melbourne, Australia, at 8:52 p.m., cloudy skies, 54 degrees Fahrenheit. And in Sydney, Australia, at 8:52 p.m. in their evening, clear skies, 54 degrees also. And those are our world times and temperatures as I speak. Double J says, Richard, how have you been surviving these hot days lately? Me, I got air conditioning, and you douse yourself with water. We have air conditioner. We got air conditioning. It's actually warmer here by 2 degrees, but we don't have the humidity in here like it is outside. I'm surviving. I'm going outside. I'm not holed up in the house, even though the missus will say I'm stuck in this corner here all the time and stuff. But that's because I'm doing interesting work as far as that goes. But those are our world times and temperatures as I speak. We do have a thought for the day, and I think we've had this thought for the day before, folks. It's from Leonardo da Vinci. Yeah, I know, Big Juice. I know. I gotcha. I gotcha. Uh, Leonardo da Vinci um, was an Italian polymath, whatever a polymath is. What's a polymath? Of high Renaissance, who was excellent in many fields, including painting, sculptor, architecture, engineer, inventor, and science. Very, very smart man back in the day. I think we've had this quote before. We've had this quote before from Leonardo da Vinci. And let's see, where is it here? Let's see, Leonardo da Vinci, and it goes as far as follows. Iron rusts from disuse. Stagnant water loses its purity and in cold weather becomes frozen. Even so does inactivity sap the vigor of the mind. Basically, if you just sit around like a bump on the log, and you're not using your noggin, you're going to be rusting. You're rusting and you're stagnated. I think we've had this one a couple weeks ago, but it came up on my queue again, so I figure. But it's just as physical things deteriorate from lack of use and stagnating conditions, the mind up here, okay, you got to keep on working that mind, Big Juice. You just can't be, throwing water on your head all the time. There, you got to do things. The mind also weakens and loosens its sharpness when it's not actively engaged. And usually, I'm older now. I got to stay actively engaged in what I think about to keep an active mind. But the quote emphasizes the importance of mental activity and engagement to maintain mental clarity and vigor. Much like iron needs to be used to prevent rust. If you don't use like a hammer, it's going to rust. And water needs to flow to stay pure. It needs to flow the water in the shower there for Big Juice. So thank you, Leonardo da Vinci. God bless and Godspeed. I think we've had that one before. And makes you think. Huh? That's what it's supposed to do, Big Juice. It's supposed to make you think. Think about that. Stay active, though. Try and stay active throughout your life. I have for the most part. There's been some times, I guess, since I've been, I don't know if I've been inactive since I've retired. I've always stayed active doing something as far as that goes, as far as working the mind. So that's always a good thing. Our National Day today, I didn't see them as far as that goes. Let's see. Our National Day today is... Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, thank you, Big Juice. I just thought that okay. Did you guys ever go around the fire truck to spray off? No. I think there might have been one time we did a demonstration in a park. I don't know if it was overseas, but we didn't. No, we never. No. That's only down. I don't even think they do that down down New York City. They got a special fitting on the hydrant, and they put it on front, and it creates a sprinkle. They'll do that on the hot days down in New York City. I've seen that done. Even when I was a kid back in the 60s, I visited my grandparents on Avenue N in Brooklyn. That's the hydrant down the street would always have a sprinkle on it for the kids and stuff like that. Because the side streets down there, like Avenue N was one of those side streets down there in Flatbush in the heart of Brooklyn. They'd have that. So the fire trucks, no. because you can't take a chance of one of the little kids running in front of the fire truck and then all of a sudden squash. You, there'd be people fired over that. So sorry about that. Thank you for reminding about the comments, though, Big Juice. I guess I see. I got to keep active. That keeps. What did he say? You're keeping me active there, Big Juice. Thank you. Let's see. The missus will like this one. Oh, we got National Day. Here's one for Big Juice. National Nude Day. I'm not even going to say anything more. It's there. It's on the list. It's like, what? National Tape Measure Day. Okay. National Grand Marina Day. That looks like a drink of some sort. We're going to go with this one. Hey, you want to know what the National Day is? Hey, you want to know what the National Day is? I'm just trying to. I'm being nice.
You're being nice. Oh, what is it? Something good?
Well, you know it's important if I get you out of the seat there.
I wasn't in the seat. I was changing the sheets.
Oh, okay. National
your seat.
National Mac and Cheese Day.
Oh, damn.
Gonna have to try and find some mac and cheese. The missus, she
cheese.
loves mac and cheese. She loves mac and cheese. Big Juice has signed me up for National Nude Day. Okay. But we're going to go with National Mac and Cheese Day. The missus, she loves hashtag National Mac and Cheese Day. She loves mac and cheese. I mean, there's a restaurant, and that's all they have on the menu is different versions of mac and cheese. So let's see, Rich, you start yelling. That gets her. No, it's just to get we got the air conditioner. There's an air conditioner over here in the back room going into the kitchen, and then we got one out in the living room. She's in the bedroom, and we got fans going, so it's just the noise level outside this room. There's a fan right now in the corner I have off that keeps the air circulated in here. So just to explain myself, I don't know why I'm explaining myself. So it sounds like I'm yelling, but it's just maybe I'm not really yelling. Just I know she can't hear me. Let's see. National Mac and Cheese Day earns a place of honor on July 14th as one of the classic comfort foods at American dinner tables. Made of macaroni noodles, cream or milk, and the golden goodness of cheese, mac and cheese shines as a side dish while also stands on its own as a main dish. And like I said, I can't think of the restaurant. I think we went there a couple times. I think since then they've had a couple health department problems there. So, but it's a national chain too. I can't think of the name. The meal reminds many of us of home, while also teaching us the basics of the kitchen. It's a simple thing to make. I don't really particularly care for it because it's creamy stuff, and I've eaten it. I like it's good. What other recipes allows us to create a flamboyant and often with so little knowledge about cooking? You don't really need that much it's a very simple recipe. So from classic mac and cheese with cheddar or American cheese to the spicy cowboy mac of bacon and jalapenos, you can put stuff in it. It's you see, was it these restaurants, they have bowls now, bowl meals. It's just like everything's in a bowl. That's what mac and cheese was, the original bowl food. So today is National Mac and Cheese Day. So get a thing of mac and cheese and enjoy. Tomorrow is a mixed cloud day. It's the every other Tuesday, where instead of doing the audio podcast, we will be doing over the presenting 8 songs. I will be posting it tomorrow on after I finish, because it's a live recording right here that I present 8 songs, rock and roll and nature for the most part, and then I post it up on @Fireman Rich and all those other platforms like Truth Social, Facebook, Blue Skies, and the other ones there that I post on. So Gitter, Gab, and what other ones that I also posted up on the blog post, the blog there, the Fireman Rich blog. So we'll be doing that tomorrow. I always have fun doing that, playing the hashtag wannabe radio DJ. And let's see, take her out for some Chinese, Rich. Now, we haven't had Chinese in a while and stuff. Most of the time we go out, Big Juice, we usually go out for pizza or a burger. I love going out. We love going out for lunchtime. Dinner time, we like to stay at home because after dinner, we don't want to. I really don't want to do anything. So let's see. Okay, now we're up to the part where Big Juice. We're coming up on an hour, and we're going to be doing. We will be doing 100 years ago. Okay, are you excited, Big Juice? We finally got to it. Let's see, what's this on the history? What's this? Oh, I'm gonna have to say that's 10 years ago. Was that 10? Oh, wow, it's been 10 years. Well, we'll get to that here, but we're gonna be doing 100 years ago, and let's see. Let me get this set up here. Get rid of the banner here, and let's see. We got that there. Okay, we got that there, and let's see. Currently, we got 5 people. We got one person on Rumble Studios or Rumble. We got one person on local. Nobody on YouTube. We got 2 people on Twitch. We still have that one person. Let me check the Facebook. We got any comments on Facebook? No, but we still have one viewer on Facebook. Thank you very much. And over on X, let's see. We have 3 people still on X, and Kick. We don't have anybody on Kick yet. They're still asleep. Oh, we got one person. Okay, I'm sorry for that one person. We are recognizing we have one person on Kick as far as that goes. So you can see in the upper right-hand corner there as far as that goes. The first 5, but the X Live and Kick does not show up on the counter. So just to recognize the viewers, I like recognize the viewers because you're a big part of the show. This is why I do it. If I get 1 or 2 viewers, and we definitely have more than 1 or 2 viewers, we have a total of 5 viewers. Well, 8 viewers if you count, or 9 viewers if you count the 1 viewer on Kick and the 3 on. So that's more than 1 or 2. So it's a great successful broadcast, I would say. I have fun with that, folks. Okay, let's do 100 years ago. Present. Let's see. Let's get this going here. Let's see. Community. I forgot to set this up here. Let's see, and this is one. See, I muted this I did this broadcast last week. I think Friday's show, I did use the RTMP direct mode on Rumble Studio. So because this tab is silenced, I got to check my other tabs here now. No, I don't want weather. Yeah, that is silenced. Okay. I'm just noticing that. So I got to be aware when I bounce back and forth from setup to setup. 100 years ago. Okay, we got that there. I'm going to check my other tabs here. Yep, see, full disclosure, all the news agencies that I'm presenting here, their webpage is basically to give you an idea what's going on here in the southern tier of upstate New York. I'm just checking the tabs here that I had muted, and I'm going to unmute WENY. I should have done this beforehand, folks, but oh, that's nice. Tile Garden celebrates. Okay, we'll have to show that one. And I think that's it. Okay, let's get back to 100 years ago. Fox 40. No, I don't want that one. I want this one. Let's see. 100 years ago. We're almost there, folks. Just hang on. Hang on. Okay, here we go. Okay, is that it? Yeah, there we go. 100 years ago. Let's see what the young lady has to say here. We'll see what Roger Luther is going to tell us, and enjoy.
Continue our segment on sharing some of Broome. Welcome back. Tonight we continue our segment on sharing some of Broome County's past plans are in the works for a new golf course in Binghamton. Broome County historian Roger Luther has this story and more in tonight's installment of 100 Years Ago Today, brought to you by UHS.
100 years ago today, plans were announced today for a new golf course in Binghamton. Survey of the land at Ely Park on Mount Prospect determined that it would be well suited for a 9-hole municipal golf course. The new course will include scenic overlooks for viewing the Susquehanna and Shenango River valleys. The Catholic Charities Office announced this week that the new hospital, now being built at 169 Riverside Drive, will be known as Lourdes Hospital. Binghamton Candy Company, with its factory on Water Street, is now producing 25 to kill mosquitoes at Brandywine Swamp and the West End Pond. Department of Public Works plans to cover the water with 400 gallons of crude oil. That was the news, July 11th, 1925.
I don't know about that crude oil, folks. That's something. What I think that if you were to do that today, that's a hazmat incident right there. 400 gallons of crude oil, really? That seeps down into the water table, and oh wow, some of the things they did 100 years ago. But the golf course that they talk about in the first one, that it's still there. It's an 18-hole golf course. And the Catholic Charities, which is a big organization here in the southern tier of upstate New York, both in Broome and Tioga, announced that 100 years ago they're building a hospital. Lourdes Hospital was a big hospital. You had Lourdes Hospital, and they had the little other outlying entities of Lourdes. Lourdes is now part of Guthrie Hospital Services. Guthrie is they started down there in Sayre, Pennsylvania. Guthrie is a very good medical. They basically are gobbling up all these other hospitals. But it's Lourdes of Guthrie, I guess. They still, but that's up there in Binghamton. They're under the Guthrie. I go to the hospital down there in Sayre. That's a good hospital, and I don't know about the Binghamton Candy Company. Now, the one thing that I see that's missing from our 100 years ago is that we didn't have any reports of any of the boys getting in trouble. So there we go. Yeah, that. Wandering Australian, just in time again. Did you see it from the beginning, Wandering Australia? Yeah, or did you just come in at the end there? That was a big one, the oil. They used oil to control mosquitoes. Yeah, hang on. What was that about oil? They used the oil to, what is it? In an effort to kill mosquitoes at the Brandywine Swamp on the West End Pond there in Binghamton. Department of Public Works plans to cover the water with 400 gallons of crude oil. Well, the thing is, the mosquitoes just go to other areas where there's standing water. So, as far as that goes, good to have you here. Wandering Australia, coming from down under. Glad to have you here, my friend. And let's see, where's this? Let's see. You should look up and see if they. Oh, this is 100 years ago? No, if Roger Luther said that was done, that was done, or else he wouldn't say it. Okay, he's not going to tell you something. He's a historian. Okay, so I trust Roger Luther. That was done 100 years ago, Wandering Australian. I don't have to question him. He's a stand-up guy, believe me. I've never met the man, but I've heard a lot about him. He is a very, very meticulous about his history as far as that goes. And didn't he say they just? Oh, let me check. It says, finally, in an effort to kill mosquitoes, the Department of Public Works plans. So, I see what you're saying. See if they actually did that. Ooh, that would be interesting. Let's see. Let's see. Did the public? Let's see. I don't know. Let's do a fact check right now on that. Let's see. Years ago. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this here. Let's see. Did they 104 years ago? Let's see. Dumped 400 gallons of water there. I'm going to check on that. Let's see. I'm almost there to do the check here. Let's see. I'm just doing a copy and paste for a lot of this. Let's see. I'm going to put down, let's see. We're going to be checking. I put down, let's see. Did they 100 years ago cover the water with 400 gallons of crude oil? I think they said planned. So I would imagine that if they planned on it, I think they did it. Let's see what. Let's see. Yes. Yeah. My search says yes. 100 years ago, around July 10th, 1925, efforts were underway to exterminate mosquitoes in Brandywine Swamp and the pond on West End Avenue in Binghamton, New York. This involved spraying, and approximately 400 gallons of crude oil were planned for use to cover both the swamp. So they were in the planning stage. So it's saying yes, they actually did that. Efforts were underway to exterminate mosquitoes. So they had a big mosquito problem back then. So that's a good question, Wandering Australian. Okay, do we got to do another reset here? Yep, we got to do another reset here before I go on a break here, folks. Double J, let's see. Let's see, Wandering Australia. Let's see, let's catch up on the comments here. How come that's not pinning? Okay, there we go. Because I reckon they didn't. Because if they did, the show that on Fox and people will start suing. Well, that's 100. They didn't do that 100. They didn't do that suing bit 100 years ago here in the United States, Wandering Australia. You know, today you couldn't do that. No. Today that would be a big no and stuff like that. And Double J says, I don't think they went through it. Otherwise, we would have high price on. No, that was just 100 years ago. I guess they had a major mosquito, but I just I checked it, and they said yes, they did do that 100 years ago. They did some stupid stuff back 100 years ago. We don't do it now, as far as that goes. And there's Tony. He's on the YouTube, as far as that goes. Thank you, Tony. So that answers the question. I just checked it. So they planned on it, and yes, they did do it. And something's going on with my thing here. Okay, how come I'm not seeing those comments now? I'm missing my comments here. Oh, it repeated. Okay, that's a repeat comment. What the hell? Something's acting screwy here. Okay, so that's 100 years ago. In other history, let's see. And then I'm going to go for a break here because we've been on for an hour and 8 minutes. It was 10 years ago today, Earth scientists completed the first survey of our solar system as the New Horizons spacecraft completed a flyby of distant Pluto. It took 10 years for the little space probe to arrive at the most distant neighbor, and it is now beginning a long, cold journey out into the great beyond, never to return. It's following Voyager 1 there. So that was back in 2016. In Joplin, Missouri, the George Washington Carver National Monument became the first United States national monument to honor an African American. George Washington Carver, a great American. In 1982, the movie premiere of Pink Floyd, The Wall, was held at the Empire, Leicester Square, London, England. And in South Carolina, the Peach Festival broke the world's record for the most guitarists performing in unison for the longest period of time, when 432 guitarists played Louie Louie for 30 minutes. That was back in 1989. And let's see, on the AP side, let's see. Okay, so the comments repeated itself. Let's see. In 1798, President John Adams signed the Sedition Act into law, making it a federal crime to publish false, scandalous, and malicious writings about the United States government. Don't talk bad about the U.S. government. I think they had to have been rectified because they. But anyway. 1881, outlaw William H. Bonney Jr., alias Billy the Kid, was shot and killed by Sheriff Pat Garrett at Fort Summer in present-day New Mexico. In 1933, all German political parties except the Nazi Party were outlawed at the government of the Nazi. That's when Germany just went south big time, and they just... 1945, Italy formally declared war on Japan, its former Axis partner during it was all over by then. They jumped sides there. Let's see, what else do we got? Anything else? I think that's it, folks. We have a lot of sports to go over, but I'm going to save that for after the break here because I guess I get a little long-winded in the intro there. But again, I'm excited about being a live streamer. You know, you get those moments, and I'm craving it as far as that goes. Let's see. So let's see what we got here. Okay, Hal Moss just came up. He's on along with Liam, Jim Figerty. So we got the regular broadcasters on at this time. And let's see. When we come back, we'll be doing sports, and I'm going to go ahead and take a break because I am out of coffee. So we will be right back, and you guys just hang loose there, and we'll see you in a couple minutes here. So just hang loose, and we will be right back. No, we don't want that. And I turned on the loop. I turned it off. I turned it back on. We're back. It's a Monday, folks. Yes, it is a Monday. We'll get better as the week transpires here. It is a Monday. Rich Roberts, at Fireman Rich here for the second half of the Monday Morning Coffee for 07.14.2 2025 at Rumble video broadcast. And we're having fun here. I got my second cup of coffee, welcoming all those that are here, that have been here for like the last hour. We're in the second half. We'll be going maybe an extra 30 or 40 minutes or so here to see what transpires here. Do want to say that we are we do repurpose the audio here for the broadcast over there on Spotify for Creators. I forgot this. That was the one point I forgot to. Broadcast, you got these certain things you got points that you got to make, and I want to recognize also the people that are that listen to the audio pod, the repurpose of this broadcast audio wise over there on Spotify for Creators. That is part of the Spotify family there. Spotify for Creators used to be Spotify for podcasters, and then it was Anchor. Spotify bought Anchor. I was on Anchor for a number of years. So love doing the audio, love doing the Mixcloud broadcast every other week, and I used to do that every Tuesday and stuff. And then it led into this live streaming bit. I love doing the live stream, even more so on what I talked about earlier in the broadcast about some of the things, options that can be utilized by a live streamer using Rumble Studios. And I think it's great. I think it's as good as the past platforms that it was on. One of them being Blab. I have the Blab Owl in here. I know the people can't see that on the live stream there, listening to the audio pod. But you got the Blab Owl. I was on Haps. That was great. But I think being a broadcaster now is as fun, if not more so, than it was on those two platforms. As far as we get a lot of interaction here on the Monday, Wednesday, Friday broadcast in the chat, and I do appreciate that. You don't know how much I do appreciate that, folks. That means a lot to me. You guys checking in and sharing a little bit, and we get to discuss a few things and stuff as far as that goes, and it's good. And it's just a shame that there's not more broadcasters out there that are that do get on a regular basis and stuff. There are people that do get on periodically and stuff, but back in the Blab and Haps days, everybody was on almost every day, it seemed, and stuff. And it's good to be a broadcaster. I have fun doing it as far as that goes. So I appreciate you all being here, and also those folks that are watching on the replay and listening and stuff. I say that a couple of times during the broadcast because I don't take for granted doing this, folks, because this was like science fiction stuff to be able to do this type of thing from an average person back when I was growing up in the 60s, like, to be able to broadcast. And we've had people with double J's here at an undisclosed location overseas and stuff, and Wandering Australian. We've had over the weekend I talked to Lore. He's over in Norway, as far as that goes, and people here in the States as far as that goes. It's a great communication tool. It just makes this world, this blue marble that we live on, a little bit smaller and a little bit more. We become more aware of our, even though it is a big world, believe me, it is. I say this big blue marble, or the marble being small. This world is not small by comparisons of each one of us. So, let's see. I don't think they. Okay, that was the previous comment there. So let's see. Let's do the sports here. We got the sports. There was a lot of sports going on this weekend. We're going to start with baseball because there's no baseball today, because tomorrow is the All-Star game. Tomorrow, I think. Where the hell is that? This hot stadium. I can't remember where it was at. But over the weekend, starting on Friday, let's see. We have on Friday the 11th. We had the Yankees beating the Cubs 11-0. Okay, they had their torpedo bats out. That's good. And Let's see. Now the Surface 3 isn't working here. Come on. Okay, there it goes. Okay, there we go. So Yankees beat the Cubs. The Mets on Friday won against the Royals. Okay, they each won a game. That's okay, 1-0. Going into Saturday, the Yankees lost to the Cubs. Okay, they're 1-1. And the Mets, I don't know if they play on Saturdays. No, they're off. No, they played. The Royals beat them. So each team is 1-1 going into the weekend. So Sunday, the Yankees. No, that was Saturday. No, that was Sunday. Now let's do this again. Friday, I got to do this again. Let's see. It's lining up here. Yankees beat the Cubs. Okay, that's one. And then the Mets, Friday, they beat the Royals. Okay, so they're 1-1. Saturday, the Yankees lost to the Cubs. Okay, but the Mets, they beat the Royals. So they're 2-0, and the Yankees are 1-1. Sunday, the Cubs won 4-1. So that made them, they won the series 2-0. And did the Mets play Sunday? The Mets lost, but they still won 2-1. So that was the weekend for the Mets and Yankees. Again, the Major League All-Star Game is tomorrow at 8 p.m. And let's see. That's going to be what channel is that going to be? Is that Fox? Yeah, it's going to be on ESPN, ESPN2, and Fox, as far as that goes. And I don't really watch the All-Star Game. I don't really watch it. Now, the two big things that happened, of course, they finished Wimbledon. Okay, Double J's, if you're still there, Wimbledon. It looked like the finals was the American and Polish girl in the women's single. They played. I can't pronounce their names. I'm just going to. The 13th ranked American played the 8th ranked Polish girl, and the Polish girl ended up winning in 2 sets, 6-0. And I watched the women's final. I did watch that Saturday. Now Sunday, I was live streaming, so I did not watch the men. So I'm just waking up this morning and I'm seeing the men's single. Our guy Sinner. This was the tip game that Thammer. He called this the tip. Yesterday's men's final was a tip. The D is silent, so I think I can pronounce this guy's name. Jovovic, he won the first set. Or no, wait a minute, hang on. Let me get to Sunday here. Hang on. Yeah, he won the first set. Or no, it wasn't Jovovic. It was the Spaniard, Alcaraz. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's Alcaraz against Sinner, the Spaniard against the Italian. He won the first one. Now I think he won the French Open. I don't know if I'm wrong in saying that, Double J's. They were talking about that as far as on Saturday previewing that he had won the French Open against Sinner, so it was a rematch of the current the recent French Open, and that's on clay. This is on grass, the Wimbledon. Sinner ends up coming back the second set 6-4, and then third set 6-4, and then the fourth set, because you got to win by 2, I think, or something like that, or 3. The fourth set 6-4. So Sinner, he ended up winning the Italian, as far as that goes. So that's who we wanted to win. And let's see. Double J says yes, it was a rematch of the French Open. Okay, thank you, Double J's. So did you watch that game? Did you watch those format? Because I was broadcasting, so I got into broadcasting, so I didn't even peek in. So I'm just seeing. I saw these scores this morning just before we came up here on the live stream broadcast, as far as that goes. And Sinner, I guess I'm just thinking about that one game where he was losing two sets to love, And the one guy, he had his whole arm just broke down. I guess he just tore some ligaments in there, as far as that goes. And yes, I did. The Spaniard lost. Oh, he lost steam. So Sinner, I guess, hats off to him. Congratulations as far as that goes. There was also a soccer match, a, a championship soccer game going on, football. If you're for our folks over in Europe, we call it soccer here in the United States. I'm starting to call it more football because yesterday, after our PUBG Battlegrounds game there, me and my gaming partner Wingnut, he's over there in Scotland. He's a big Manchester City soccer. And let's see, Double J says, yes, Sinner made history. First Italian to win. Oh, is he? Oh, wow. First Italian to win Wimbledon. Okay. I think he's 23 years old. He's a young kid. So we'll be seeing a lot of him probably over the next years and stuff. I guess he played against, let's see, Friday. Was it Friday? Yeah, he played against Javovic, the Serb, on Friday. And he won 6-3, 6-3, 6-4 to go into the final. Jabrovic, he was monstrous. He's just older now. Sinner's, you got the new kid Sinner coming up. So in the FIFA Club World Cup final that took place yesterday, that was between Chelsea and PSG. That's the Paris team. What a match! We got done doing our PUBG Battlegrounds, and we stayed right on the Discord. Me and Wingnut, we were watching the game. And we were surprised to see that, bottom line, Chelsea ended up winning. Oh, did you watch it? What did you think of that match? Was that a good soccer game for Chelsea? We were both. Wingnut was saying that PSG, they're the European champions. They just won just a month or two ago, and I watched that game. I thought. I was hoping for Chelsea because they're Premier League, and this year I'm a new I'm a new fan of football / soccer, Manchester City fan. So I was pulling for Chelsea, but they won 3-0, and it was a good. They got 3 goals right in the first half, and they just played defense the whole second half. So yeah, it was a good match. Did you see what happened at the end, though, Double J's? The PSG coach, who was a renowned coach, he slugged one of the players. There was a disruption. That's a difference. You got the PSG. He's slugging one of the Chelsea players. The Chelsea coach had the PSG goalie and they're trying to console him, going over, hey, we don't need to be fighting. But Wingnut said the guy's going to be fine, probably. As far as a coach cannot do that, he ended up hitting the guy. And then during the game, I guess this one guy from PSG, he got red carded for pulling the guy's hair. Yeah, lots of laugh. Football can get wild on the field. I'm sitting here watching it. I'm talking to Wingnut, and we're just laughing our asses off. As far as that goes. Hey, Thammer, how you doing? We just got done talking about Wimbledon. Now we're talking about soccer, the FIFA Club World Cup. Did you watch that yesterday where Chelsea won 3-0 against PSG? That was exciting to watch, but what's even more exciting is the PSG coach slugged a freaking player. They showed it on the TV too. Me and Wingnut were talking. Like I said, we were watching it. He was actually on the broadcast. He was actually almost 30 seconds ahead of what I was watching. So, you did watch? That was a good match. That was a good soccer match and stuff like that. And so Chelsea is the FIFA Club World Cup. Congratulations to Chelsea. And so I know they're. Palmer, the guy Palmer, player on Chelsea, he got 2. He's a good player. I can't believe that guy could play. And the goalie, he can kick. He had some long straight kicks off to the right side of the pitch that set up the score there. So that was a very good, exciting match and stuff. of course, again, there was one red card for a PSG player. He pulled this one guy. He's got, I don't know what name. He had the real bushy hair. You can't grab the hair as far as that goes. So it was a fun match. And just seeing that Thammer just got here, I just mentioned our tip game there, Thammer. You called it the tip game. The tip games, our boy Sinner, the Italian, Double J's just said, first Italian to win a Wimbledon. So those are some big, exciting sports news in the world of sports, because Thammer coming in from Riyadh, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and Double J's is he's in some undisclosed location somewhere over there. I have fun playing with that Double J's. It makes you look. Oh, is he a secret agent? But Double J's is originally from the great country of India and stuff like that. You know what impresses me about India, Double J's, is their space program. I mean, when I see a launch, when they launched, I'm fascinated by their space program as far as that goes. And so let's see. Yeah, next big tennis is the U.S. Open. That's down in the city. Yeah, that's the U.S. Open. That's going to be a big event there. So we'll follow up. We're going to follow up. We're throwing tennis into the mix here for the sports and stuff like that. So and I do appreciate your input, Double J's and Thammers, as far as that goes on those particular sports, soccer and football and tennis. I guess you guys. I guess. I watched the game Saturday, the women's, and I felt bad for the American, but she was just overpowered by the Polish girl. I mean, she had some ace. I'm like, whoa, I wouldn't even want to be on the court just to take half a serve that she would serve. Is just they're just amazing athletes and stuff like that. So. Okay, so that's the sports, and let's see what we have on the news as far as what activities we have going on here in the southern tier of upstate New York. Let's see. We'll start with Fox. Full disclosure: I have no association. Okay, I did say we have a flooding. Oh. We had a flash flooding warning here, and this is one of the communities here, Newark Valley. We got
severe weather caused
heavy rain in Newark Valley leads to a flash flood. Oh, so they actually had a flash flood in Newark Newark Valley. Huh?
I know.
Oh, you did? Okay, I'm just catching up on this. We got a flash flood warning, but we did have a flash flood up there in Newark Valley, which is here in here in Tioga County. So we're going to go to the news here. Let me turn off the thingamabog here, the scroll, and we'll go ahead and listen to this one.
Severe weather caused flash floods and water damage in Newark Valley this evening. The area northeast of Newark Valley has taken on 5 inches of total rainfall in the last 3 hours, with more since then. Local emergency crews responded to the scene, performing water rescues across the village. As this is a developing story, the story will be updated as more information arrives. But take a look at this. This photo was given to Fox 4 News around 7 p.m. this evening, showing the rainwater on Russell Road in Newark Valley. Be sure to stay safe if you were heading to the Newark Valley area this evening, as cleanup and rescue.
Okay, so we got flash flood. That's a flash flooding that happened. Let's see, when is that news report? That is as of what's the date on that? Was that last night?
Yeah.
Okay, so that was last night. Yeah. So we got flash flood. We were getting the warnings of flash flood. Well, it's sunny and the sun's coming out now, but the Susquehanna is right here. I don't think it's up that high, but Newark Valley, that's in the northern part of Tioga. You can see the flash flooding. It's not as, wouldn't it be compared to what happened down in Texas. Texas, that was just a disaster. Yeah, Texas, the flash flooding that happened down in Texas. This is like this
These are
is
just like
this
small
is
creeks.
kindergarten stuff compared to that. But we do have a flash flood warning here in the southern tier of upstate New York that was issued this morning at 4:45 by the National Weather Service, and flash flooding caused because of excessive rainfall is possible where it rained overnight. Portions of central New York, including Broome, Delaware, Sullivan, Tioga County, Northeast Pennsylvania. Excessive runoff may result in flooding in rivers, streams, and we have the Susquehanna River. It's like less than a 2-minute walk from where I'm at, going that way north. And we've had some flooding, but we have a big dike system around our village that protects us. Scattered to numerous showers and thunderstorms. And what it is once you get the storm dropping all that water, it has to go somewhere, and it just floods after the fact. So it's after the rains get here. So there's that story. So we're let's see, when is that in effect till? Through this evening. It'll be till this evening. So see what happens there.
And then what we get for pop-ups.
Yeah, it depends. Yeah, like right now, it's 73 degrees, and we usually get the pop-up thunderstorms here in New York State. They can be pretty bad as far as that goes. And let's see, Double J's. Okay, that was the American. Amanda got overpowered by nerves. Felt sorry for. Yeah, wanted her to win. She stuck in there. I think she knew where it was going. So I know what you're saying there, Double J's. I felt the same way on that the women's final there and stuff. Let's see. Always buy property. Yes, exactly, Thammer. Thammer's always buy property on hire.
Yeah.
The missus is like
I'm trying.
she's trying. We're in the lowlands. We could if we didn't have the what year was the flood? The big
2011.
2011. That was the big flood. The dike that was around the village. It was right up to the top. And if it wasn't for that diking system, this house would not be here.
It'd be here.
It'd be here. We wouldn't be here. We'd be moved somewhere else. That was 2016. That was
2011.
Or 2011. What year?
2011.
Yeah, 2011, 2011.
Yeah.
We had a minor flooding 2 years before that, I think, right?
No, 2006 there was pretty good
Okay,
flooding,
2006.
not as bad.
It was pretty bad, but 2011 was impacting the area. That was on the level. Let's just say the level of that flooding was on the level of what you see down in Texas right now. That's how bad it got down there. We didn't have it wasn't the sudden flash flood, but the water raised over a course of the days because we had all this water dropping. So, and let's see, Double J says, guess New York State is much prepared. Well, it's two different. It's night and day, I guess. Their geography compared to New York is a lot different. And
theirs was a flash flood. Ours wasn't.
Yeah,
2011 wasn't flash.
Yeah, ours wasn't a flash flood. We get a flash flood warning, but basically we don't get. I don't think in my lifetime ever. The flash floods are predominantly down south and stuff like that because it gets really dry down there, more so than up here in the southern tier of upstate New York. So it's not that we're prepared. You could be prepared, but then again, you find out you're not prepared.
You can be prepared, but you can't control where the water.
Yeah, you can't control it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it just Texas. That was just a unique thing, and I think they got a little complacent. They knew it was coming and stuff, but they figured, we don't. They didn't think it was going to rush. The water was going to rush that quickly. That's the thing, and it's like they know otherwise now. It's a shame. It's a tragedy with all that loss of life that the little girls there and stuff like that camp. That right there in itself is a tragedy. Right? It's like just one life is a tragedy. Okay, I'm not going to speak lightly of loss of life. One life is too much, so we have to be prepared. and sometimes we're not double J's, believe it or not. They just because there's time in between all those and stuff like that. Let's see. Did they? They did. If they had ordered evacuation, exactly. Just my opinion. No, they should have executed an order, to go to high land, as far as what what Thammer said. Buy property at higher elevation and stuff like that.
Don't have campgrounds along the river.
Yeah, don't have the campgrounds along the river. It's good for the it's fun for the campers and stuff like that. But they were sleeping. It came in there when they were sleeping.
And they didn't expect it.
And they weren't expecting it. Yeah, well, I don't know. It was raining down there.
It was raining, but they didn't expect that much rain in that, because it was like 45 minutes. It rose like.
But see, that's where I would have to say the weather people, as advanced as they are.
They put out the warnings, but it was in the middle of the night.
Yeah. Somebody wasn't proactive.
Yeah,
they weren't proactive.
I mean, warnings were put out, but somehow it just didn't get.
Yeah.
Whether phones got turned off, or I don't know, but
yeah.
But even 45 minutes with that many kids, trying to get them out within that time.
Yeah, if they would have got out, they probably would have gone, maybe just a quarter of a mile up inland from the river. They probably would have been safe, but they were right down there on the riverbanks and stuff like that. So, let's see, how come this? Okay, there, that's going okay. Okay. Let's see. Coffee's tasting good this morning. Let's see. That's on Fox 40. Let's see what else we have on Fox 40. Let's see. We have. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you said complacency kill. Yes, exactly. It does. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to see that. A lot of times it's complacency and stuff like that. And Thammer, it's written. Yep, it's written. Exactly. I agree. Totally agree there. It's a shame though and stuff. That's just that's one of the things, I guess, ever since the 2011. I always think it's 2016 for some reason. I'm stuck on that year. But 2011, the big flood we had here in the southern tier, the Susquehanna River, after we had a whole bunch of rain over a course of a couple days, it raised. It came close to a mile to almost 2 miles inland from the river, and that came here. It surrounded the village here. I had about 1.5 foot of water down in the basement, and luckily, my furnace was up on blocks, so it didn't get compromised. Where a lot of people, their basements were, just down the street, their full basement. I sit a little bit higher where I'm at in the village. What?
If you hadn't come down and started the generator though, it probably would have been up.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. We got the 2011 flood. We got a knock on the door at 4:00 in the morning, and it was the mayor. And I go, what's up? And Rich, you got to get the family and go up to higher ground. So the whole village, we've got like 500 people here in the village. Everybody was up at higher ground, and just to make sure, because the dike, it was starting to get a little spongy. They thought the dike was going to open up, okay, and all that water would have came rushing in, and it would have took out the village here. We got about 500. Close to 450, 500 residents here in the village, and so we ended up getting the car. And at that time we had Max and we had Ben and Peach. We didn't have the current cats here. We put them in the cage. We took them up. We took some supplies, threw it in. We got the kids. One of my kids was with me. The other one was still at college. But we had to stay on high ground for almost 2 days. I was able to come down after the first day, and I started the generator, and I'm emptying water in my basement. It's going in my backyard, but what is it doing? It's coming down into the ground, and it's going back in the basement. So it was a never-ending circle. But I did start the sump pump, and that kept it at bay, or else I would have had like 4 feet of water in the basement. I was lucky I had a generator. The first flood, I did not have a generator, and that prompted me to buy a generator. Or no, I did have the generator. It was before that flood. We had a big blackout here in the Northeast. But anyway, let's go continue on with the news. Let's see what else we have here on Fox 40. Full disclosure, no affiliation with Fox 40 or any other news agency here. Do you know I don't have a lifeboat? No. No. The fire department, the local fire department, they have a water rescue team and stuff. They wanted me to be on it. I said, no, I'm too old for that shit. I was getting a retire. I finally retired as a volunteer firefighter a couple years after 2011. It was probably 2000. Maybe it's 2016. That's probably why 2016 stuck in my head. We got the greater
You, Michael.
the Greater Binghamton Airport.
re-
I'm going to bring this one up because
Imagine grid.
he's not here, but Captain Rehab. This is a follow-up story. That I guess the project is completed, and let me see. Set this up. Captain Rehab said that the company he works for had some dealings with this particular project, and what it is a $32 million airport renovation at the Greater Binghamton Airport. So let's see what this is about. This is the local airport. It's an okay airport. If I have to fly out, I'm going to be going up to Syracuse to fly out. It's worth going up there. Binghamton, they have like one or two. It's not a very big airport. Actually, go to Elmira, and it's a bigger airport. So let's go ahead and listen to this one. It's a completed project for Binghamton Airport.
Greater Binghamton Airport is ready for takeoff. Fox 40's Daniel Robinson is here to bring you a first look.
Thanks, Brooke. The Greater Binghamton Airport has had an almost complete facelift. The over $30 million project completed after just over a year of work. Binghamton being the second recipient of the state's $230 million Upstate Airport Economic Development and Revitalization Competition, which selected smaller airports in upstate New York to receive the makeover. BGM adding an arch in front of the departures and arrivals gates, new TSA equipment, rest areas, and a new departure lounge with a large window facing the runway, which they hope shows off Broome County to anyone arriving.
When you come into such a beautiful, fresh facility with such beautiful lighting, architecture, design, reflecting the community around it, it's a statement. It's a statement about the people that live here, their commitment to the area that they live in, how beautiful the natural surroundings are.
This is now one of the only terminals in the United States where you can stand in the parking lot and see clear through the runway. That openness matters. It reduces travel anxiety, helps people connect faster, and shows off the beautiful four seasons that make Broome County such a special place to live and visit.
So that's the Binghamton Airport there. There's a picture of it. There we go. That is here in the southern tier of upstate New York. And that's a project that Captain Rehab, the work he does, I guess his company had some dealings with the renovation of that airport here, as far as that goes. So that's like from where I'm at. I'm in Tioga County, but that takes about a 20-minute drive to get to from where I'm at. 20-30 minutes up the road into Broome County and stuff. So that's it's important to the community to have transportation hubs and stuff like that. It's a nice airport. Like I said, the parking is right there. It's ideal for parking, but the only drawback they have at the Greater Binghamton Airport, they don't have a lot of flights. They have flights going down to Florida. I think they have, I'm not sure what type of flights they have going. They may have one flight going to Detroit each day or something like that. There's not a lot of flights that go out of there, as far as that goes. And let's see. Thamer says, I'm sure the fire department got the number in case of. Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm sure fire department got your. No, they've asked me many a time, Thamer, there that I don't want. I tell them I'm not coming back. Let's see. Double J says, cute little airport, money well. Yeah, it was needed an uplift. It's the runway. It's a small airport. I think it's only about a 6,000 to 7,000 foot air runway. You can't bring a 747 in there. But they do have air shows there. There's one there. There's that airport, and then there's the one in Elmira. Those are the two local airports. So where I'm at, I can either go to Elmira, that's like 20, 30 minutes away, or Binghamton. Usually I drive up to Syracuse because Syracuse, they have great parking. You go right into the airport, and of course the big thing is you're right there in the lobby. But to go any further, you got to go through the TSA checkpoints. Which, incidentally, you don't have to wear your shoe or take your shoes off anymore. And but I haven't. The last time I flew was coming back from Yokota Air Base, Japan. We flew out of Tokyo and flew into Minneapolis, St. Paul, changed over and went into Newark, and that's where I almost lost the kids with the wife and kids there when we going to the rental. It's Newark, New Jersey, one of the worst airports in the United States. It's a busy airport. It's busier than JFK. And LaGuardia, though, supposedly they've gotten a lot. LaGuardia is supposed to be a better airport. Thammer says, I notice airports are many in U.S. I notice airports are many in the United States since civilians can fly their own planes. No, there's always been a lot of airports here. They've always done that. They've always had a lot of airports here in the United States. There's a small airport here, right across the county line here in the. It's a very small airport. It's only like a 2,000-foot runway. There in Endicott, it's called Tri-Cities. So there's a lot of small airports throughout the country here. Yeah, my pet peeve: remove shoes and belt. I have to hold my pants up without belts open. Yeah. Oh, that's right. You had to take your belt off too, didn't you? Oh my God, I forgot about that. But no more. You don't have. I know it's here I don't know about overseas, but here in the United States, you don't have to take your shoes off anymore. That was a big thing that was announced the other day that the TSA says that you don't have to do anymore. Okay, let's see. I think that's it for Fox 40 on the news. Let's see. Yeah, that's it. That's it for Fox 40. Let's see. WEBO. Let's see. It looks like they had a 911 outage, but that's an old article there. Let's see. Nothing on WEBO. Let's see. WNBF. Let's see. Not seeing anything on WNBF that pops out. WBNG. Okay, they're going to talk. Yeah, here we go. We just had a big golf. You're talking about sports. There was a big sporting event here in the southern tier of upstate New York, and it's a PGA Seniors golf tournament. The Dick's Open used to be called the BC Open. So let's go ahead and see what this one looks like here. Okay, there it is. This is on Channel 12. First, Channel 12 WBNG News, CBS affiliate. I have no association, full disclosure. It just gives you an idea of the big golf tournament that took place here. And Steve Allen, he's a PGA senior. He won it. And let's see what this one's all about here.
And full of actions with golfers moving up and down the leaderboard, but one goes wire to wire as the 2025 Dick's Open finally wraps up with the third round taking place on Sunday. Back for him, Soren Keldsen on par 4-16, a nice chip out of the bunker, really gets a good roll there, but then just off line for the putt for birdie. He's going to tap it in for par on this one, but that's going to take him out of contention. To Tiger Woods' college roommate at Stanford, Notah Begay III on par 3-14. A good shot off the tee box sets him up within 10 feet of the pin. The putt for birdie is on line, but just one rotation short. Yeah, that one's going to hurt. Now to Boo Weekley, also on 14, a bit further out. This chip for birdie just breaks to the left, and he would bogey on 15 to fall out of contention. We move to par 317. Jason Karen with a long putt to save par after landing in the rough off the tee. That misses, and it's a bogey for him to move to 4 under. Allen with a 3-stroke lead heading into the final hole on the par 4 18. A good drive up the right side, a fantastic approach shot, the backspin to get within 10 feet of the hole. He missed the putt for birdie, but is in safely for par. And with that is your 2025 Dix Open champion at 18 under. Allen is the first new champion since 2021 after Padraig Harrington won the past 3 years. This is the Aussie's second win on the Champions Tour this season after taking the top spot in the Gallery Classic back in March, where his son Liam was his caddy. This time around, it's his son Joey helping him take home the 2025 Dix Open. Allen walks us through what was going through his mind on that final hole.
Probably my best drive of the week, up 18, up the right side, away from the water. I had a bit of breathing room, so it was nice, and then a good shot in. And the last putt was hard. I was, because you've got it, and it was hard to focus, and I didn't hit a very good putt, but it's all right. This course, if you do hit a bad drive, you're not instantly out of bounds or instant penalty, and that's the thing that frees me up a little bit. I didn't drive the ball well today, but I kept it in, I kept it away from the big trouble. So I think courses like this suit me, and, hopefully I'll be able to come back here for a long time.
And taking a look at the final top 10 leaderboard, Allen finishing with a 4-stroke lead, which is the largest margin of victory since the Dix Open began in 2007. Nota Begay, the third, sneaking in to tie in third after shooting 5 under to move up 4 spots. Soren Kjeldsen had the round of the day, climbing 26 spots, going 8 under in the final round to tie in 5th, and a 4-way tie for 9th at 10 under.
So that was the Dix Open as far as that goes. And
up and down, up and with golf.
The Dix Open there that took place at Endwell Golf Course in Endicott, New York. And let's see. Big Juice. All right, what I miss? Well, whatever you miss, you can watch on the replay, Big Juice. Okay, Big Juice. Steve coming in from the Buckeye State of Ohio. And Thamer says, the Aussie just took your trophy. No, the Aussie, he won. So that's good. I said it's a senior. It's the champions. I guess they don't like using senior. I use that. I just noticed that it's the champions tour where they have all the older PGA golf players that take part in this. And as far as that, the Aussie earned it, so he won. So that was a big event. That's a big event here in the southern tier of upstate New York. The BC, well, it used to be called the BC Open and stuff like that. Bring old tight. Well, the beginning of that bit right there, they said his former roommate there, Big Juice, he played in that tournament. So he can swing the club. And Tiger has been, it's back when they called it the BC Open. He has been through there. That's back before they changed it to the Champions. It was as part of the PGA series, but PGA ended up revamping things, and they made that a Champions, a senior, basically seniors. Is that all right? What happened? Oh, that's okay. She's getting ready. That's the signal that I got to wrap it up here in the next few minutes here. So we're coming up on 2 hours as it is. So let's see what else on WBNG here. Anything? Watch out for his son. He's on the rise. Big Juice says, "Yeah, I guess so." Okay, this is a little bit more about the flooding here in
Thanks, George.
The flooding here that took place in the southern tier. They'll give you an idea. Let's go ahead and bring this one up. So we're talking about the flooding.
And let's take a look at some of that flooding. A viewer sent in this video from Old Nanticoke Road and Corson Road in Maine. According to 511, multiple roads are closed and water rescues are taking place due to the flooding. NY 38 in both directions between Rock Street and Mill Street in Newark Valley are flooded. No detour is available and traffic is being turned around. Flooding has taken over NY 26 in both directions in the area of Pollard Hill Road in Maine and Dunham Hill Road in Whitney Point. All lanes are blocked and no detour is available. And according to the National Weather Service, Nanticoke Road is closed due to the flooding.
So that flooding right there is flooding that took place in Broome County. Okay, the first one was from northern Tioga County, and that's over in Broome County this past weekend with the flooding. And as far as that goes, let's see. Thammer says, speaking of golf, Happy Gilmore 2 comes out. Oh yeah, I heard they made it. They made a 2, so I'm going to be looking forward to that. And Thammer goes, yeah, it's kind of dumb, but I still watch it because Adam Sandler. You gotta love Adam Sandler. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. Big Juice. I liked him. But yeah, that's the flooding that took place. We still have a flood watch until this evening. We've had some flash flooding. It's not on the level of what happened down there in Texas and stuff like that. So if you're seeing that, you go, oh wow, it's bad, but it's just, you got power outages, inconvenience and stuff. There's been no reported loss of life or anything like that. So as much as those pictures may show, but it gives you an idea that we do get impacted by storms up here in the southern tier of upstate New York. Let's see. Let me finish this out here. I think that's it for WBNG. Car show, we don't need to do that. Volunteers, okay. Let's see. The Whale, that's the same. Nothing there. Channel 34. They talk about Steve Allen again. Dick Sosin. Let's see, WENY. Anything there? They're not showing any reports out west there, out in Elmira way. So nothing there. Update on flash flooding. Okay, Shamong, this is the next county's over. Let's go ahead and watch. We're on a flood thing, so let's watch this one here. This is the counties to the west of me, as far as that goes. So let's go ahead and listen to this one. Oh, okay. This is just a page talking about. These are the counties. This is gives you an idea of the flooding area, the red, where it's flooding. I'm actually down in the green, but that's the affected areas, the areas that are in the red. Let's see, WENY. That's W Channel 34, local news. And let's see, Penny Saver, nothing there. Nothing on the KGB or KISS 104. Up in Buffalo, the 106 Country Channel, WYRK, nothing there. There's something there, but it doesn't pop. If it doesn't pop out at me, I'm not going to present it as far as that goes. But I think we are definitely at the end of our broadcast here, folks. Let's see. Let me bring these down here. Okay, we're at the end of our broadcast here, folks. So we're going to go ahead and exit stage left. We've been on for 2 hours, and let's see. I want to say thank you to Tony D. My salute to you, Tony. My good friend, my brother veteran, good friend, and fellow broadcaster, Tony D. Thank you for being here, my friend. Thank you. Liberty, thank you. Coming in from Buffalo, the Buffalo Niagara area. Thank you very much. Up there in New York. Thank you very much. Thank you, Double J's. Thank you, my friend, coming in from an undisclosed location. I like saying that. I have fun with that. That's good. Thank you for your input as far as in the chat there. Greatly appreciated, my friend. You have a great day today. And let's see, going down. Big Juice coming in from the Buckeye State, Ohio. Steve, thank you very much. Tim Fanforty, thank you, coming in from Michigan. Thank you for being here, popping in from on the YouTube side. And let's see, we're going down the list. We got the Wandering Australian that was here. Thank you from down under there. Thank you, Wandering Australian. Thank you very much. It's late there. It's like past me. They're in the next day already. But thank you, Thammer, also being here, giving the input there on the golf and as far as that goes. Greatly appreciate coming in from Riyadh, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Thank you, Thammer. Greatly appreciate you being here as well. Your input there along with Double J's. And that's the end of the list there. So I want to say thank you to you folks. I want to say thank you to the viewers that were just sitting here watching the live. It's greatly appreciated. And those people that are watching on the replay. Thank you for the replay views. And thank you very much for the people that are listening to the audio pod that we repurpose this audio from this broadcast over there on Spotify for Creators. Greatly appreciate it. And as far as that goes, and Double J says, or Thammer says, thanks for no, thank you for being here too. Okay, you guys are a great part of the broadcast as far as being in the chat, and I do appreciate it. Okay, you guys help me get through the broadcast because I'm a nutballhead. But you all have a great one wherever you may be. You can follow me over, or you can just check out what I'm doing. You don't have to follow. You know, follow me. I appreciate the follows and the, as far as that goes. I just appreciate the view and you guys taking part as far as that goes. And not if I see you first, Big Juice. Take care. Have a great one out there in Ohio. Greatly appreciate it. And with that, that's all she wrote. And we're going to exit stage left. You guys have a great one. Live life. Have fun. Ciao for now. As always, peace. Take care, folks. Ciao for now as we exit out of here on skateboard. And thank you. We'll be back Wednesday. Okay. So you guys all have a good one and take care. And thank you very much. Yeah, I'm gonna go for my walk. I got a battle to eat. You guys, thanks again. Live life, have fun. Ciao for now. Peace.